More snow today in places that are still trying to recover from last week's storm. How this winter is now costing thousands of students their spring break.
And following the snow, I'm tracking another round of Arctic cold temperatures into the Bluegrass State. We'll take a big tumble later tonight. Your hour-by-hour forecast shows you how low you go.
And a triple tragedy in northeastern Kentucky, the latest on a house fire that killed 3 people.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 4.
Good afternoon, I'm Jennifer Palumbo. Parts of southeastern Kentucky are dealing with another wintry mess. They saw up to 5 inches of snow overnight. You're looking live now at Morehead State University, which only saw flurries. And Arctic air is returning. Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey is tracking it on First Alert Defender. Chris?
Yeah, it is all about the cold as we get ready to wrap up February 2015. Of course, it has been about the cold now for the past couple of weeks. Those current temperatures beginning to drop from north to south through the area. Still some upper 30s southeastern Kentucky. That front a little slower in getting into the southeastern corner of the state, though. 29 Louisville. Look at Covington, down to 23 teens are showing up just to the north of that, and that's the air that is slowly but surely working on in from northwest to southeast. 23 Covington, 31 Lexington, yet some of the areas that had snow this morning seeing temperatures going well above freezing, so a little bit of some melting going on into parts of southern and southeastern Kentucky. A lot of folks wondering, can we set another record low temperature tonight? Probably not. That record tomorrow morning is 3 below zero. Go back to 1934 to find that one. Forecast tomorrow morning is well above that. We're talking about very cold air, but nothing that should shatter a record tomorrow morning or even flirt with that. High single digits to low teens into most of the area. Live First Alert Defender suggesting we're not through with the snow just yet. A little round of some light snow and flurries showing up across Interstate 71 back to the southwest toward the Louisville Metro. All of that is working in from northwest to southeast. So that little bit of sunshine we had into parts of central Kentucky just a little bit ago now beginning to go by the wayside as that next little round of some snow showers works on into town. So your evening planner and the headlines, some flurries around this evening. Frigid temperatures will follow that. And it takes on a rather nasty look, Jennifer, as we head into the first week of March. We'll break down a little bit of everything showing up into the 7-day forecast just minutes from now.
Thanks, Chris. It's been a tough couple of weeks with winter weather that never seems to end. Today, more communities still trying to get back to normal after last week's storms received more snow. WKYT meteorologist Jim Caldwell shows us the frustrations people are facing in Magoffin County in our top story at 4.
This morning's round of snow just kind of added insult to injury for many folks throughout southeastern Kentucky, with another 1.5 inches and even higher closer to the Virginia state line. But here in Magoffin County, they picked up another 1.5 inches, which meant more road issues, especially for roadways like this one right here. Some of the many side roads like this one that are just gravel roads continue to look pretty rough in spots.
Well, it's got a lot of ice on them yet. The side roads have. We've plowed them several times. We try to catch when the sun's out where it'll break up a little bit, go back over them continuously.
Now, county road workers also say that they maintain 400 miles of roads roughly, and over 100 roads that look like this, at least in spots. So the battle continues. What they really need is sunshine. In Magoffin County, I'm WKYT meteorologist Jim Caldwell.
Magoffin County officials say they've been so overwhelmed they had to hire an independent contractor to grade some of the roads. In our other top stories at 4, the winter weather is starting to cost some school districts their spring break. Knox, Letcher, Perry, and Harlan counties have all canceled spring break. In Letcher County alone, the superintendent says students were in class just 4 days this month. 3 people have died in a house fire in Greenup County. It happened late last night on State Route 7 in the Lode community. State police have identified 2 of the victims, 48-year-old Wilma Osborne and 6-year-old Jensen Archie. They're still waiting on a positive ID for the 3rd victim. All 3 are related. Police don't know what caused the fire yet, but say they do not suspect foul play. Our reporters are working on a number of other stories for WKYT starting at 4:30. Amber Philpott joins us from the newsroom with a look at some of the news in progress. Good afternoon, Amber.
Good afternoon to you, Jennifer. More charges today for a former Harrison County teacher accused of sexually abusing children. A Fayette County grand jury indicted William Hyatt on charges of sexual abuse and sodomy. He faces similar charges in Harrison County. This case spans several decades. We have details on when the crimes happened coming up on WKYT News at 4:30. In Powell County, hundreds of people still have no water service. Water officials say the tanks started running low last week as people ran water to prevent frozen pipes and also because of burst pipes. Many people say they're upset because the city still has service, but the county does not. Tonight on WKYT News at 5, officials explain the reason why. And the extreme cold broke records last week. Now it is causing some people to break the bank. Heating bills have started to roll in, some of them topping $400 and $500. The Community Action Council helps people in need pay those bills. They say they've seen a jump in the number of people who now need help.
That winter, comparatively speaking, is really going to impact homes in such a dramatic way. Just the record lows alone is going to impact. So it's important that we be here.
Find out what you can do if you need help paying your heating bill. That's on WKYT News at 6. That is a look at just some of the news in progress. Jennifer, back to you.
Thank you, Amber. Now to stories making headlines across the nation at 4. Much of the South is shivering from a winter storm. Snow, sleet, and ice hit Alabama, Georgia, and the Carolinas overnight. In North Carolina alone, there have been 3,000 crashes in 36 hours. More than 200,000 utility customers in the region have no power. U.S. officials say one of the world's most wanted terrorists has been identified. He's the masked man in a series of ISIS beheading videos dubbed Jihadi John. Polo Sandoval has more from Washington.
His name is Mohammed Amwazi, a West Londoner born in Kuwait turned ISIS militant. The world previously knew the masked man only by a Jihadi John nickname, his empty glare, and that unmistakable English accent.
This knife will become your nightmare.
Two congressional sources and two U.S. officials tell CNN Amwazi is the apparent ISIS killer seen in a series of beheading videos. They include the executions of Americans James Foley and Steven Sotloff.
What I can tell you is that the United States government continues to aggressively investigate the individuals who are responsible for the murder of American citizens.
The White House and London police declined to confirm his identity. But who is the man behind the mask? His story, first detailed in the Washington Post, describes a young college-educated computer programmer, a young man who grew up in London before traveling to East Africa in 2009, according to Cage, a Muslim-led advocacy group. That's when he started to radicalize, according to the group. Amwazi's identity is revealed as we learn more about an ISIS-linked threat closer to home. This is our first look at one of 3 Brooklyn men arrested by the feds Wednesday. Abror Habibov is believed to have provided financial and logistical support to 2 men who plan to travel from New York to Syria and join ISIS. Reporting in Washington, I'm Polo Sandoval.
The naming of Jihadi John is expected to lead to additional investigations into people he associated with in London and elsewhere. Marijuana is now legal in Washington, D.C. The voter-approved initiative allowing recreational marijuana use took effect today. Users cannot buy or sell pot in public, but they can grow up to 3 plants and use the drug at home. D.C. joins Colorado, Washington State, and Alaska as the only places in the U.S. where marijuana is legal. Loretta Lynch is closer to becoming the next U.S. Attorney General. The Senate Judiciary Committee approved her nomination by a count of 12 to 8. It now goes to the full Senate, which is expected to approve it as well. Lynch will replace current AG Eric Holder and become the first African-American woman to hold the nation's top law enforcement job. The internet is full of deals, and some new websites will even let you name your price, but they're not auction sites. How they work in WKYT Money Watch. Plus, parents can take their children's favorite shows wherever they go. The Kids channel that's going mobile next on WKYT News at 4.